Hello Internet, it's Stanley. Have you ever noticed how undecisive can a person be? Welcome to a nightly talk about undecisiveness and how it poses a significant threat to a person's happy life. And because it's about 1:20 in the morning, I'm just going to use this flashlight to illuminate myself and henceforth appear clearly. Ooh, lens flares. Okay. So, firstly, what I mean by indecisiveness. A person finds themselves indecisive if they should or have to choose from a variety of options, sometimes two, sometimes more, which are either equally good or equally bad. And in general, not choosing at all is the worst possible option. An example of this might be when you come home and can't decide what to cook for dinner. So I often know that I don't want to cook anything complicated, but in that case the choice always is between plain rice and plain pasta, and I just can't decide. Usually I decide on something in the end, but well, if I can't decide about simple things, how should I decide about more complicated things? And I noticed this undecisiveness isn't only my problem, but it perhaps is a worldwide problem where people kind of in general, some people, or well, I actually dare to say most people, have no idea in which, hey, focus, cool, in which direction, that people have no idea in which direction they perhaps should go, and they don't know what to focus on, they don't know what to do, and are generally unhappy, and they don't know how to kind of bring their happiness back, so that they end up indecisive. And they end up indecisive deep inside, and this manifests into things like not being able to decide what to eat for breakfast, or not being able to decide which color you want your shoes in. Now, of course, if it's a simple thing like this, it doesn't matter whether I eat this or that, or whether I have blue or red shoes, and you can always use a random number generator to choose for you. But here's the catch. I believe that a person, of course, well, when someone is a small child, their parents usually choose for them. However, when a person is like 15, 20, 35, even many 10-year-olds can, at least some things, choose for themselves. Of course, unless the person is unfortunately has some kind of a mental disorder which prevents them from choosing for themselves. I believe that a healthy person should be able to choose for them, and not only on the basis of this is what most people do, so I will do it as well, because then you're not choosing for yourself, then you're letting the crowd choose for you. On the basis of using thinking, using your awareness and cognitive abilities to kind of figure out what you want. Or, well, you can also put an authority figure into it. So if most people do something, you can of course consider that. If you are not sure about, for example, which university you want to go to, or which subject you want to study, then you could ask your teacher, who might know what direction to point you in. And the thing is not, of course, blindly accepting that, oh well, the teacher told that I should be a physician, so I'm going to be a physician. No, I rather meant something like, the teacher said that I could be a physician, so maybe I should consider being a physician, to the point that I like to work with animals, and the teacher said I could be a physician, so perhaps I could be a veterinary doctor. This therefore using an authority figure to give you an advice, or therefore makes your choosing less difficult. Though in some cases there is no authority figure which can help you, and for that I believe that you should trust your feeling. Some call it gut feeling, some call it higher self, or whatever. Though the problem with this is I think, or from what I've seen around me, it seems that most people, especially in the Western world, are so desensitized and so detached from themselves on the emotional level especially, that they can no longer perceive their feeling, and therefore they can't listen to it. And well, then it's hard to listen to it, so you might as well end up to listening to something else. I kind of, because as I said in the beginning, I've been indecisive for a very long time. Recently hey, the camera really refuses to focus on me. So as of me, indecisiveness has been a problem for a very long time. I recently checked journals, and I actually discovered that really it has been about 4 years. Yeah, it's been about four years in which I was kind of undecisive whether I want to make YouTube videos or not. And in the end I just decided to whatever, get a camera and start making videos, because it doesn't matter. And it turns out that it is actually very entertaining. And well, it is entertaining for me, and of course because there aren't many people watching my videos at the moment, it doesn't really matter. I was thinking about indecisiveness as what causes it, and what I was able to come up with is that indecisiveness in its fundamental base is caused by fear of partially by fear of choosing for yourself, partially by fear of being yourself, and partially by fear of expressing yourself, which, as I said before, is related to the detachment, mostly emotional detachment most people have. And well, to be honest, there are cases when pure rational thinking to the kind of robot-like perspective, when everything is reduced to logical quantities, can be used. However, in perhaps interpersonal relationships, it's very difficult to reduce everything to logical thoughts, and therefore you can't really rely on logic always. And therefore I think you should try to choose something if you can choose, and perhaps see if it's a good choice or a bad choice or whatever, because well, with every mistake you are hopefully going to learn something new. That's the first part of the solution, and the second part of the solution is really trying to reconnect with yourself to the point that you actually are aware of what you feel and what you really want. And of course, going in the direction of what you want, which many people said before me, and I came to the same conclusion accidentally. Okay, that's everything for me. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.